All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. And I didn't even say Happy New Year to you earlier. I meant to say it, so Happy New Year. But,
Happy New Year to you too, buddy.
yeah, so, Happy New Year to y'all. So today, what we're going to do, we're just going to be running down, going to be talking a bit about the video games that are coming out in 2019. And we're going to be giving our basically most anticipated games of 2019. It's a lot of games. I'm probably just going to go down just probably just gonna go down throughout the year. I'm on Wikipedia right now. Actually, I should bring that up for this video, but then again, I didn't have everything set up, so you'll probably be seeing just gameplay in this video instead, unfortunately, because I didn't have everything set up. So, if you want to start with your most anticipated, or how you want to do this, if you want to go, do you want to go through your most anticipated first, or you think I should just go through January, February? Go through the months and you can just point out which ones were on your list.
Well, that's
Whichever way
kind
you
of
think.
how
Go ahead.
that, that's kind of how my graph is set up. It's like
Okay,
by the
so
date.
okay, so
So,
we can just go out. We can just go out a month and stuff. So in January, and I'm just gonna list out all the games. We got Fitness Boxing, Mario and Luigi, Browser's Inside Story, New Super Mario Brothers U. We have Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition that just came out. My Time at Portia, Onimusha. We have The Walking Dead, the final season, Yakuza
uh,
4. Some of these I don't know what the heck this is. Y2K, a postmodern RPG. Um, Ace Combat 7, Travis Strikes Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, what you pointed out to me earlier that this game's coming out and you said that this is on your list. So, if you want to speak on
uh,
that.
yes, I do because okay, yes, I do. I've already mentioned this on my channel already. I think this was the last video I did before I just like went quiet, and I was just like, okay, there's really nothing else to talk about because you're pretty much covering everything on your end, and I'm like, I'm gonna might as well just step away. But yeah, as I'm probably gonna repeat, it this is the official sequel. I don't care what Suda says. This is the sequel to No More Heroes 2, if you really think about it, but he said it's not because it's not an official, it doesn't have a number on it. So it's a spin-off. It is a spin-off, but you see how confusing this is?
Sounds like Kingdom
It's
Hearts.
basically is like that. It
It's basically
basically
like Kingdom
is
Hearts.
it yeah, where it's like, okay, they have a sub game in the main game in the main set of games that they have, like one, two, three, and three. And then you have Dream Drop Distance, you have Birth by Sleep, and all this other stuff. All the other like Kingdom Hearts spinoff. So basically, this is the spinoff of No More Heroes, of the main line of No More Heroes games. So basically, if this does well, then we are definitely going to get a No More Heroes 3 in the future. Suda already has plans to take from this game and put it into No More Heroes 3. So I hope this does well. And Famitsu already has given this like an 8. It's already has like an 8 from them. So I'm hoping this does well enough to actually warrant a to warrant the No More Heroes 3. Yes, it's different, and yeah, I've already bitten the bullet and already like got it pre-ordered. I'm excited for it because it's No More Heroes at the end of the day. That's mainly where I'm coming from. So yeah, I'm excited to actually put something else on my Switch instead of just Smash Brothers. So yeah, I'm pretty like I'm pretty happy with this. I'm pretty happy with this. So
I'll honestly,
continue.
I'll honestly wait until No More Heroes 3 comes out. Maybe like for one thing, I don't own a Switch. I use my brother's as of right now. I might get a Switch later on in the year or probably next year. Most likely next year. The way things are shaping up. But that was one game that was kind of on my radar until I found out that okay, it just like it looked like it's just a bunch of mini games. Really, it doesn't really seem like it's more like the core games we're used to in the series. So I was like, just looking at the gameplay, I wasn't really impressed. So I won't lose sleep. I won't lose any sleep. Missing that game. But I do hope that we get a third game.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all you could say because, yeah, basically, soon it's just like y'all want to know about history that bad? Well, y'all gotta get this first. I want this to do well. I want the demand to do well. I get where he's coming from, and I get where he wants to do something different. And yeah, it looks like a whole bunch of different other games into this, but I'm willing to give this a shot. I think I'm biting the bullet on this and saying, you know what? I think this might be good. I think this might be good. So yeah.
Okay, and for the rest of January, we have something called At the Gates. I've never heard of it. Battlefleet. It's called Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. Life is Strange 2. Resident Evil 2. This is one that we're actually getting a demo for. We're actually going to get a demo for tomorrow for Resident Evil 2. This is a game it's kind of on my radar, so
Shot.
I would put it on the list. What are you gonna say?
The one shot demo, and also, yeah, this is on my list. But yeah, this is definitely on my list because I have not. I believe me, like you will get jumped in the comments if you say you did never played Resident Evil 2.
I never played
And
Resident Evil
it is
2. I never played any of the.
Oh
The
god,
only Resident Evil games I played was Resident Evil 5. So I played the Resident Evil 5 demo, and then the Resident Evil 6 demo. That was awful. So I've never really played a Resident Evil game, but I played like Evil Within, and I liked all those. I didn't. I'm not a big fan of first-person survival horror. I like third-person. I really don't. I don't buy into the hype for first-person survival horror games. So I didn't pick up Resident Evil 7. I'm happy that they didn't make this first-person. I'm happy that it looks like you're able to actually like move around and shoot. I believe you're actually able to do that now. So, I might pick that up.
yeah, 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 not the line, but yeah, I do want to see how well this is going to do, especially after Resident Evil 7. I enjoyed Resident Evil 7, especially coming after I played 4, I played 5. I barely played 6. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even beat 6 because it was so that horrible. At least
That
I could
crap
say
was
like I beat
trash.
5.
That was trash. I don't
I
blame
beat
you.
7.
I don't blame you at
I
all.
beat 7, and like 6 is like, nah, I'm not beating you, man. I didn't even get to, it was just that horrible. They did not know what they were doing. So it's like, oh, here's
They
the
were trying.
fresh
They were trying to make
reset.
like. They were trying to make like 3 different games with 6. They're trying to make an action game, a horror game, and then a blend of both, and it just didn't work. But I will say, like with Resident Evil 2, it probably not like most of the games I get this year, at least like the big budget ones. I think I might just wait later on in the year to buy them. Hopefully, wait for like Black Friday and Cyber Monday and stuff.
And wait till discount.
Yeah. So after Resident Evil 2, we have something called Air Conflicts. I don't know what the heck that is. That's on Nintendo Switch.
Oop.
And,
Nope.
and then after that, we got Kingdom Hearts 3. I should say the dates, but I don't want to. It don't matter. Y'all can look up the game and then find the dates and stuff. But February 29th, I think all Kingdom Hearts fans are gonna. Their heart,
January 29th.
man, their hearts
Let me
is
take
gonna
this. Let
explode.
me take
go
this.
go ahead, cause you the Kingdom
Let
Hearts
me take.
guy.
Let me take this. Let me fucking take this. You step off. I'm taking this now. 13 years. We did our 13 years, people. We did our 13 years of waiting. We were back in school when 2 came out. I started on 2. I did not go in order, but I started with 2 first. Then I went back to 1. And then I found out you had to play this whole bunch of spin-offs and shit to actually understand the story. But I played some of them. I'll admit, I did play some of them. I did beat some of them, but I did not beat all of them. Point is, 13 years. We waited 13 years for this to finally be a thing and actually be playable. We live in a lifetime where Kingdom Hearts 3 will be playable at the end of this month. Thank God. We will finally see this story end. At least I can say this story is going to end unlike you, One Piece. I'm looking at you, boy. I'm looking at you.
Don't you dare bring that up. Don't bring it
I will
up.
bring that up because it will never end. At least we'll get to see the end of Kingdom Hearts. Actually, maybe see after Kingdom Hearts. Unlike One Piece, we'll
I
never
don't
get to
believe
fucking
this.
see One
I
Piece.
don't believe this is gonna be the end of Kingdom Hearts. They're gonna have some type of spin-off or something afterwards. I think they even confirmed it's like not the last joint. This is probably the end of the trilogy, and then they're gonna start another trilogy.
In the morning needs to stop. He needs to stop out of this. Like, and I love how he even held Disney hostage and said, "Oh yeah, nothing's gonna happen unless I get Toy Story in on this." He told them that. No, no one's actually just up front told Disney to like, hold up, no, this is not gonna happen until Toy Story is up in here. He actually held them hostage.
Yeah, that man got power if you
Instead,
can do that.
this man has balls and power, the likes of which you've never ever seen. If he can hold Disney hostage and say, my game is not going to be finished unless I have so and so in this game, then what does that say? I'm serious. You can look this up yourself.
You
But
gotta have power to boss around Mickey, and the rest
Yeah.
of Disney, man. Gotta have power.
yeah, but 13 years of waiting. Thank God it's almost here. We're already in the double digits. It's the 10th now. The 29th will be here before you know it, people. And I will be damn glad to finally play this and end Sora's storyline. And just 13 years, man. I'm just saying, like, if you've done this long of waiting and you were back in school when 2 was out, and then you had to wait this long, and then we're all adults to see how this ends, it's like, yeah, this is a part of your life, whether you want to admit it or not, if you've been waiting this long. It's kind of like Harry Potter in a sense. In a way, if you've been reading the books and then you look at the movies, and it's kind of like that.
Well, the thing is with Harry
Right.
Potter, not to not to get sidetracked or whatever, but but like the characters grew up with you. They really didn't have any choice. And I guess in the books, I guess he grows up. Maybe I don't know. I didn't read them, but
It does, but
and like Sora,
Yeah, this is going off the rails.
Sora like the same freaking age.
he's like 17 or 18 now. This
Okay.
man needs to be in his 20s. This man should be in his 20s at this rate, because I think he was like 12 or 13 when the first one came out.
Yeah, I know. I thought
I
he was like a
believe.
young kid or something. And I was at least like 10 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah, and shouts out to Haley Joel Osment, considering like he is a full-grown adult and he can still do Sora's voice. It's like, how? You are like old and shit. It's like, no. Sidetrack aside, 29th, bring it on. I want to play this so we can end this shit. And I want to see how good that Toy Story world is gonna be. Cause oh my god. What's next?
Okay, so what I'm looking at here, I think these are two Japanese games though. I don't think they're coming to the States. Robotics Notes and Robotics Notes Elite. Robotics Notes Dash and Robotic Notes Elite, something like that. It's coming on the Switch and the PlayStation 4. I guess y'all can import it. I guess this is coming out in Japan. And then we got, okay, so now we're stepping into February. We got Ace Combat 7. We got a new Blaze Blue game. I didn't even know a new game was coming out, man. Arc System Works.
Huh.
Arc System Works. They must have a really big studio. How many fighting games are they working on at once? They still got DLC for like Dragon Ball and I guess Cross Tag to put out. Assuming we get another season and stuff of those games.
Probably got some Bethesda numbers in their studio, or like okay, someone working in America, someone working like in Japan or whatever, something like that. I have no clue because they are working on, they are working like they got too many pots in the kitchen on. They have too much shit in the kitchen that's on the stove. Is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
say.
and I get what you're trying to say. I hope that they don't end up like Platinum. Where well, then again, Platinum. I don't care what anyone says. Platinum was like never good. They were never good. They've made one good game. As far as I'm concerned, they made one good game. That's Near Automata. And
I'm not
until
getting into this with you right now. I refuse to get into this with you right now. Stay on track.
okay, so the next game is God Eater 3, and that's coming out February 8th. I'm kind of curious about this game. I was curious about the other God Eater games, but that's not one of my most anticipated, or that's not a game I'm like considering buying. But I'm kind of curious about it though. Trials
Um,
Rising. Oh, you had something to say about that?
it's a definite like wait for discount for right now, but it's I played two and it was okay. It was just okay, and to hear that this one has dual wielding in it and it looks like they have a bigger, like a slight improvement over two.
First of all,
It's like okay,
the
okay, this
graphics look better though. I'll say that the graphics look
that
better.
too.
But my main concern with like the other ones, like I was concerned that like when they get kind of repetitive, like does it get repetitive?
Yeah. Two did. My God, two did. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I really don't know.
Wait,
Uh,
this is why I said wait.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Go ahead.
Trials Rising, nobody about to buy that. Now, okay, so February 15th, we got like tag. Wow. So
Oh, Metro
February,
Exodus is on there.
February 15th. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk about
Oh shit!
I'm gonna let you talk about Metro in a second. But we got on February 15th, we got Crackdown 3, Far Cry New Dawn, Jump Force, and Metro
Oh,
Exodus. All on one freaking day.
oh, if okay, you gotta be a trust fund baby in order to have all four of these in one day. To get all this in one day, that's insane.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go down the line. So Crackdown 3. Excited? You gonna buy it? Game Pass it? What?
Might Game Pass it or might not even bother because, like, again, man, like, you have to be a pretty big Crackdown uh fan in order to like still be hyped for this. It's like how many times did this get pushed back? How many times did this get
At
pushed
least
back?
four
Like,
times at least. I think 3 to 4 times.
and so focused on something else. It's like, do we have the destruction physics in here or not? Because that's what this was built on, and all I'm seeing is Terry Crews.
Man,
It's like,
all I gotta say is people gotta, and I don't mean to cut you off, but people gotta stop hating on this game. Honestly, like there are people out there saying that the last gameplay, they're saying the last gameplay look like a PS2 game, or they like okay, yeah, the game it's no Gears of War or not, like it's nothing like that. It's not the highest quality game out there. It looks like dumb fun. Honestly, I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna get it on Game Pass. I'm not paying $60. I'm getting it for free. I'm getting it for free. So, or at least like I'm only paying $10 for it. So, you know, I'm gonna get that because that was one reason why I wanted to get the Xbox One. I got it for Crackdown, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Phantom Dust, which ended up getting canceled. What else? I bought it for Recore for these other games, and I definitely about to play that. Even if it's bad, I'm still gonna play it. I'm at least try it out.
okay.
Far Cry New Dawn is something. Okay, you wait, hold on. You had something to say? Had something else to say about that?
Nah, you pretty much summed it up. Like Game Pass it, or just like avoid it, or just don't care. Like
I think
that's
most.
really it. As far as
Uh,
go ahead.
oh no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And as far as New Dawn goes, oh, let me put this out there right now. Ubisoft, You're not even gonna let 5 settle. 5 was last year, guys. You're not even gonna let that shit settle, and you're already on this.
They
So
think
what did you do?
they
So,
slick.
so what did you do? So it's like, what did you do? You took the entire map from 5 and aged it up after the blast hit, and then we're gonna have 2. I'm guessing either lesbians or sister characters who are
Why
the
do
main
people keep saying they
antagonists.
look like Beyonce and Rihanna? I don't see it.
I don't see that at all.
It's like what?
Really,
And then there was also like
I
when
don't
this
see that at
game, so
all.
like a few wait, was it a few days? No, no, no. It was like the night before I guess the Game Awards or whatever when they officially announced it. People were in the comment section were um why they thought you got like there were people that actually thought you get to play as them. I was like, since when
Yeah,
The
dog.
last few Far Cry games, the villain has always been on the cover. Have y'all like where have y'all been? They're villains.
Voss.
Relax,
Since Voss.
relax.
Since Voss.
Yeah. Since 3, and
Since
then
Voss has been a thing, it's always been the antagonist. They've always been the antagonist. Whoever's on the cover is the antagonist. That's it.
and you know what? You mentioned that thing about using the map again. You know this isn't the first time they did that. They did that. They so Ubisoft, they used that map. They used the same. I think it was either Far Cry 3 map. Yeah, it was. So it was the Far Cry 3 map for Blood Dragon, and then they used Far Cry 4's map again for Primal. So they've done this before, and all they're doing it's a quick cash grab game. And what's so stupid about it? It's supposed to be post-apocalypse, but it doesn't
F-
look like any apocalypse happened from the gameplay that I saw. Like
exactly.
95% of it looked like regular modern time gameplay. There was only 5% of it that looked like you could tell society is kind of, it kind of felt like Mad Max. That little bit of section that I saw. But other than that small little section of gameplay, it's all the same. Like this is
See,
dumb.
it doesn't. Rage 2 looks better than this. It honestly looks
Yeah,
like it's trying to be
yeah,
a
and they're
rip off of
trying
Rage
to.
2.
Yeah, that's another thing I was about to mention. Like with the pink, the pink aesthetic, like it's like and I'm pretty sure this game has probably been in development. Uh, I'm pretty sure it's been in development for a long time, maybe. Well, not for a long time, but like I'm pretty sure that they didn't like sit up there and be like, oh yeah, let's copy Rage, but it feels like it honestly feels like they're trying to copy Rage. I mean, the game looks stupid. In the last few Far Cry games, first of all, you don't have to do all this. It's Far Cry. It is freaking Far Cry. You don't set the game in America. You don't set it post-apocalypse. We have so many post-apocalypse games coming out. We have so many of those. Do a Far Cry
And
game
honestly,
where you
it's like,
actually go to another freaking island or country or continent, because that's what Far Cry is. Don't call it Far Cry if it's not gonna be that.
I mean, yeah, I really have nothing else to add except like, what happened to the deputy? That's all I'm care about. I don't even care about Joseph Seed
Yeah,
being
isn't
in the
that
trailer.
guy
I
still
don't.
in the game? I mean, well, isn't he still alive?
Yeah, Joseph Seed is like at the end of the trailer and shit. I'm just like, okay, if he's alive, what happened to the deputy that he fucking locked in the bunker with him at the end of 5? With your bullshit endings. That's what I'm wondering. That's like all I'm thinking about. It's like I don't care nothing about this trailer except what happened to the dude or dudette in the basement with you? If you're alive, what happened to them? Did you brainwash them? Because that would be the only good thing to come out of this. It's like they become brainwashed because of him, because you're locked up in there with him. He basically has you hog-tied in there with him. So it's like, that's the only thing I was thinking of. I'm like, okay, this is a ripoff of Rage, and Joseph C's alive, so what happened to the deputy? That's all I'm caring about. But, okay, dude, screw New Dawn, okay? I'm tired.
I
I'm
don't
tired
trust
of
Ubisoft at all. Gosh darn it!
I don't. I
I will
don't.
never buy
I
another one of their games, man. I will never do it. They have to
Oh,
prove. They definitely. If I ever buy another one of their games, it might be Beyond Good and Evil 2, and we'll probably talk about that. But that game, I don't know. We'll talk about that though. We'll talk about that.
yeah. Okay, and as for the other games that are on
Yeah,
15th,
Jump Force and Metro Exodus.
okay, you want to jump in
Yeah, no, you
first?
can. You can go ahead.
Okay, what can I say about Metro Exodus? I'm glad that it got a sequel, and I'm glad that it looks. From what I'm looking at the comments, it's like they're actually looking at the books, and this actually happens like within the books and shit. And this looks like an actual good Fallout game from what I've looked at. It's like we're out of the tunnels. We're out of the tunnels, and we're actually exploring the world. Thank you, God. That's all I can say. It definitely looks like I will get down the line, and it's on my radar. That's really all I can say. Now, as far as Jump Force goes,
Be
oh
careful.
boy,
Be careful what you say.
everybody up in here tonight. I will offend everybody tonight if I have to. But
Man, we could talk at length
okay.
about this Jump Force, man.
Yes, because oh my god, I'm getting like such bad Xenoverse 2 vibes, and it makes me itch. But
First of all, that last trailer that they put out, man. Am I the only one kind of getting tired of Trunks? You know, they're using Trunks once again in the story. It just feels like Xenoverse again. As soon as they showed them.
exactly exactly uh, like Trunks as a character, I think is like been diminished because of Super
Yep.
and Xenoverse now. Because like what was once cool about him now is like we didn't see him all the damn time. Now we see him constantly. He's in everything.
That and he's
I'm tired of
like constantly screwing up the timeline and crap. It's like, really?
It's like does the laws of Doc Brown mean nothing to you? If we were going Back to the Future type of timeline here, we would have like 100 different timelines because of him screwing this up. It's like timelines don't mean shit anymore. He's met his younger self already. Since Super's canon now. So he met his younger self, his other self, and then we have another timeline where it's just like blacks in. He's a mess. He is a mess. You're not the only person that's sick of him. Let me just say that. You're not the only person that's sick of him.
Okay, Trunks aside, though. Trunks aside.
Jump Force as a whole. Oh god, I'm getting Xenoverse 2 vibes, man.
So let me ask you
liking
something.
it.
So let me ask you something. Do you think this game is gonna last? Because I'm seeing, I read somebody's comment the other day on somebody's video or whatever. They were asking, whether or not people thought that this game is gonna last. I think it might have legs, mainly because of the character creation aspect of it. Because I mean, that is why Xenoverse is so big. And it feels like just judging off of the beta and just judging off of how they're marketing the game and structuring it. It's basically Xenoverse with basically all the jump characters. That's basically what it is.
All the jump characters. But yeah, and also like DLC characters. They could easily like charge people $5 for a character who isn't in. And there's that. There's the other side of the spectrum. It's like, oh, you wanted this character to be in a game, did you? I can just see these bastards charging people $5 for All Might or Bakugo or Todoroki. I can see that right now.
Now, here's the thing. Like so people are, not to cut you off, but like people are guessing that there's probably going to be either 45 or 50 characters in there. And some people speculating, like I was watching a Gloku's video the other day. You know, the guy from TGN Anime, and he was saying that they might have Bakugo in the game. They might have what's some other characters? Like, here's the thing. I don't want more Naruto characters. Am I the only person that doesn't want any more Naruto characters? I'm cool. We got all these One Piece characters and Dragon Ball Z characters. I don't even think we really need that many Dragon Ball Z characters. And honestly, I love One Piece, but I mean, they already have so many characters. Like all these extra slots, and I get that Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto, they're like the most popular in Japan out of I guess all these franchises, and so that's why they got so many characters in the game. But it's like maybe y'all should have just kept it at 3 characters so we could get some other franchises in there, cause I have like there's so many franchises that they can put in there, like Zatch Bell, Shaman King. Like, where are these characters? And
Okay,
JoJo.
considering she can go pink Super Saiyan before that was a thing. Shit. I know you've never looked in Medaka box, but yeah, that's basically what that is. Um.
You can tell.
Anyway.
You can tell me later. You can tell me later. There's another character in the game, City Hunter, or I guess it's the name of the show, whatever. I was like, who the heck is that? Like they got some characters in the game that I've never heard of, also. But overall, like, I'm gonna see how this open beta goes, because the open beta coming out. They just actually announced the times and stuff. It's coming. It's gonna be January 18th to I believe January 20th. So we'll have to see how that open beta is. Hopefully they fixed that lobby, how laggy and how horrible the lobby was. That lobby was horrible. I am kind of mad that with this open beta we're gonna like it's only gonna have 2 extra characters that were in the closed beta. So that's kind of dumb. That's kind of really stupid.
Can't ever just be a straight up demo. My God, like, I swear.
So I'm guessing
DMC5 demo spoiled me.
So I'm guessing Jump Force is gonna be a price drop for you. You're just gonna wait.
At discount.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
discount.
feeling. Like I'll probably get it because I'm curious about it, but definitely not day one, and definitely not at $60 because I know I'm gonna be done with it pretty quick. I had fun.
Look what happened. God.
Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Look what happened to Soul Calibur 6.
Oh, I thought you were about to. I thought you were about to mention. I thought you were about to mention. Shinobi Strikers.
Oh my God.
I thought you were about to mention that. I was like, I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna bring that up.
Legit, like this is something recent. This is something recent.
Yeah. So Soul Calibur 6, I kind of put that game down, but Metro Exodus, I don't think you talked about that yet. I'm probably not gonna get it. I was curious about the Metro games. Last generation, I guess it came out last generation, right?
Yeah, and then they just
Yeah. They did the remaster, the remake. I was curious about them, but now I mean, it looked cool though. I mean, maybe I'll get it one day down the line, but it might not even be this year that I get the game, most likely, because it's so much coming out. Like I was telling my brother that it's so much coming out that I might have to wait for a lot of this stuff to come out to be on a price drop. I might have to wait for a price drop for a lot of this stuff. But okay, so after that we have February 19th. We got Steins Gate. Yes, Steins Gate is gonna have a novel. There's actually two. I guess there's 2 Steins Gate games coming out. Actually, hold on. I think there's 3. This can't be right. What are 3 Steins Gate games coming out? Or maybe some of these are coming out in Japan. There's Steins Gate. So I see Steins Gate Elite. Okay, I think these are all the same thing. I don't know why it's listed. Okay, this is different. Steins Gate Linear Bounded Phenogram. That's one anime I'm trying to wait to watch. That's definitely something I want to either do a review on or something, because I heard it's really, really good. Phoenix Wright, that's coming out the 21st and the 22nd. So the 22nd we got Anthem. I know you probably don't care about any of those other games I mentioned, right?
Never been a Phoenix Wright guy. Yeah, I'm offending people again by not playing it.
I never played them either. I don't even think I had a DS at the time, Because I believe
So,
I traded mine in. So
if, and as far as Anthem goes, like we could go for hours.
we
Just
could go for hours just talking about this. Like, okay, so for Anthem,
uh,
my hang up with Anthem is I've gotten burned. I think we've both gotten burned by the Division. We got burned by the Division and Destiny 1 and 2. We both got burned by all those games. And it's just like this doesn't okay, so first red flag is EA. That's number 1. EA's involved. EA's involved with
mhm.
this. And then you got BioWare. BioWare, they've kind of fallen off. I mean, I know that technically the last Mass Effect was the B team, right? So some people might give them a pass for that, but it still had the BioWare name on it, so it got that EA stank on it, it got that BioWare stank on it. And then also just it just being one of those games that's just like Destiny, like the Division. It's like one of those shared world shooter type of games. Like I wanted, and at the start of the generation, you know, when Destiny came out and everything, and then when we saw the Division and stuff, you know, I like the idea of having a game that you could just keep going back to. Like I like the idea of the structure of the game, you know, it being a games as a service type of thing. Like I'm not even like both of us. I think I can speak for both of us as like we're not big multiplayer guys and stuff,
Yep.
but this has been one, but like the Division, Destiny, and you know stuff like Anthem, stuff like that. We've at least tried. He at least gave it a chance and stuff, and it kind of appealed to us a little bit of the stuff that that these companies have kind of put out. But with Anthem, all I'm hearing people say is, oh, you're flying around like Iron Man. I just keep hearing the Iron Man comparison. It looked like the stuff like when they first unveiled it, it looked cool. I'm very skeptical because I like they keep. I think there was one time somebody either asked them in an interview or something. There was like whether there's gonna be like a you know a core narrative to it, a big story like you would see in like the Mass Effect games. Like if there's a big story to it and they actually deliver on what they're promising, then maybe I'll check it out. But I've been burned before. We both been burned before, and it's EA, so I'm not touching it until I absolutely know that it's a great game. So that's how I feel about it.
That's basically where I am with it. It's like, give me a good game. If I know that there's some decent story in here, then maybe, just maybe, I'll spend money on it. But after Destiny 1 and 2, after the Division, hell no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? Keep your Anthem. Keep your Anthem. The only good thing I've seen about it is the Iron Man suits. That's it.
And the
That's
graphics. I
it.
mean, the graphics. I mean, a lot of it looks cool from a visual standpoint. It looks cool. But
Yeah.
even when that
From a
first,
visual standpoint,
even when we first saw it released and everything, we got that first vertical slice, as a lot of people like to call it. You don't know how deceptive. Well, then again, I mean, come on. This has been for years how deceptive these companies are when it comes to just showing you stuff when they're showing you stuff at like E3 and all these press conferences, and
yep,
then they pull the wool over your eyes, and you know when the game comes out, it's completely different. It's completely
it's
different.
complete trash.
It's been downgraded, or it's just downright repetitive or boring, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, like I said, they gotta definitely prove themselves to me before I actually spend money or at least you know try that out. So after that we got some
Basically,
okay. After that we got some games. These games I've never heard of these games right here. Anno, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Anno 1800. What the heck is that? Okay, I don't know what the heck that is.
uh,
I have no clue what that is.
I have
I
no
guess
clue.
it's a city. It's a city building game. We have Dirt Rally 2.0. What the heck is this?
Nope,
Okay,
definitely not on the radar.
Okay, whatever. Left Alive. That's the one that I really want to talk about. February 26th. Now they put out a trailer, I believe, a week ago or whatever, and I've seen it twice. I've seen some of the gameplay and stuff, and I looked at the trailer and I'm thinking to myself, it looks like Metal Gear Solid. It looks
Oh
exactly
yeah,
like Metal
that.
Gear Solid. And what pains me is that like the gameplay doesn't look like it's there. It's just not there. I might try it. I might pick it up at a price drop. I don't know. If this thing gets like an 8.0 or at least a 7.5 or something, then maybe I'll pick it up. It's definitely it's kind of on the radar for me because it's got that Metal Gear Solid feel to it. And I believe somebody who worked on Metal Gear Solid is actually working on this. And then also one of the I guess one of the mech designers for Armored Core is also involved in this, so that also makes me hype for it. So, and if the game ends up having a really great story, like that's what I'm hoping. Like even if the gameplay isn't the best, even if because I've seen some people call it a PS2 game, I've seen people joking saying it looks like a PS2 game, and it from a visual standpoint, I guess, I guess, but like it's not the best looking game. I wouldn't say PS2 level, but it definitely doesn't have that level of quality that we're kind of used to because we're so spoiled now. Like we get all these great AAA games, but this seems like it's
Mm.
gonna be a double A game. And honestly, I didn't even look this up right quick. How much this game is? Because if it's $60, they shouldn't. I don't think they should really be expecting people to pay $60 for this. Like you can just look at it and tell that this, yeah, man, it's a $60 game. Like at $40, maybe 50 might be the highest, but I think $40 would be a great price for it. We'll have to see how this thing performs, but it's on my radar, but not necessarily on my most anticipated.
Okay, that's fair. It's a maybe for me.
All right, so after that, and I'm gonna just skip this stupid game. The Lego Movie 2. They got a video game. I didn't know we still doing movie tie-in games on consoles. Like most studios and stuff, they usually do those games. They usually be on mobile, so that's kind of weird. I have no clue what this other game is. I'm not even gonna even attempt to announce that. I'm gonna just skip it. It's some visual novel type game. There's a lot of visual novel games coming out. Okay, so this next one just got delayed. Dead or Alive 6. And before IGN put up that article talking about how Dead or Alive 6 got delayed, I texted you the other day. I'm like, I totally forgot this game was even coming out. I totally forgot this game even existed. And I'm not bashing the game or anything like that. I love Dead or Alive, or at least well, I've only played like I think I've played like maybe one or two of those games in the series, but like it always remind me of Virtual Fighter, and I love Virtual Fighter. Growing up, so and it's got Ryu Hirabasa in there, so of course I would probably want to pick it up. But I've been getting into fighting games, especially with like last year with Dragon Ball Fighters, and then now Soul Calibur. I'm not sure about buying this at $60. I'm not sure. As much as I love, like I said, I love Virtual Fighter, but I don't know. It's not something I'm gonna just like run out to the
Yeah.
store and get.
Yeah. Hey man, this is you. Hey, you want to give it a shot? Hey.
So, you don't care about it?
And not on my radar.
Yeah, like I really think I'm not the only person that's like, hold on, Dead or Alive 6 is a thing. Like I can't be the only person that just like totally forgot that was coming out.
I thought we were still on 5 because I'd seen like so many.
I didn't even get to play that joint.
Yeah, it's got a complete edition and everything now. I think.
I think the thing was when that came out, I was like, man, I'm not buying this joint I'm not buying this joint at $60. That's how I feel about this. Is like, I get it down the line maybe, but then it's like, And here's the thing though, because we're so close to the next generation, so it's like some of these games about to just never get played by me and by probably some other people. Cause like, and I should have said this earlier. I think I might have said it earlier, but like 2019 is so big. I think it might be, and this is just my prediction. I'm saying it now. 2019 is gonna be bigger than 2018. Gonna be bigger. Gonna have better games. That's what I believe. But
Next gen, huh?
next gen, as far as the next gen consoles coming out this year, I don't know. I can wait. Honestly, I can wait till 2021. I know some people might feel differently. I can wait till 2021. Like I just got another PlayStation, and honestly, there's so many games I have not played yet. It's just like I'd rather wait. Just wait. Just give me 2021. But the earliest we'll get it, we'll probably not gonna get. I'll be very surprised if those consoles come out this year. I'll be very surprised. I think it's coming out 2020, or at least the PlayStation. I think the Xbox is gonna be the Xbox Scarlet or Anaconda, whatever the heck they decide to call it or whatever. I think that's coming out probably either this year or next year, but at least maybe Microsoft will probably come first when it comes to dropping their console first. Um, After Dead or Alive 6, that same day we got Toe Jam and Earl. That seems like a game that you would play. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Shockingly, it's not on my list.
I'm surprised. I was like, this looks like something. This looks like something that he would play because like you played the what's it called? Sam and Max or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is when Telltale were actually like decent people, like around like that time and in the Back to the Future game. This was that when they were actually good before like Walking Dead blew them up.
Hold on,
Okay, this
Telltale was good.
back then.
Said Telltale's good. What?
Yes, it was good before Walking Dead came in the picture.
And then they just
Is it
started.
that hard to
And then they
believe?
just started making the same thing over and over and over, and reusing that same crappy engine, and just barely any gameplay. Yeah, yeah. They fell off.
They fell off, and Walking Dead season one blew them up to the point where it's like, oh, wonderful. It really is the same thing all over again. But go right ahead. It's not on my list. Keep going.
Okay, so March, we got really one of my top most anticipated games in March. So March 7th and March 8th, we got Total War, Three Kingdoms. We got Devil May Cry 5, and we got Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. Okay, so hold on. Before we talk about Devil May Cry 5, because I know that's the big one that both of us is gonna get. Why the heck, why is Nintendo? They keep releasing. They're really gonna like. I feel like by the end of this generation, every Wii U game, every single Wii U game is gonna be ported over to the Switch. I'm just waiting for them to port over that Persona. What was that joint? Persona Cross Fire Emblem game. What was it called? Tokyo.
Shimigami Tensei.
No. The game that they came out. The game they came out with last generation on the Wii U. Tokyo Mirage something. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. I'm waiting for them to port that over because I would like to play that.
To hurry up and like port most of their Wii library and just like HD that shit. So
But I didn't even know that they were porting over Kirby's Epic Yarn. Honestly, they need to do something with Kirby. First of all, Kirby Air Ride. That's all you need to do. Kirby Air Ride 2 or remake it. That's all you need to do. That or make a Kirby game. Make a legit Kirby game, man. I'm tired of people talking about, because there are people that really slander Kirby. I like Kirby. I even like the Kirby games back in the day. But my only issue with Kirby, and I guess they do it intentionally, is that it's too freaking easy. Just let there be a hard mode there, because I like Kirby. But Devil May Cry 5, let's go ahead and get it over with. Most anticipated game in 2019 for me, hands down. I've been waiting for it, and I'm not somebody who knows anything about Devil May Cry lore or anything like that. This was the game that got me into action games. It was the game it's honestly a game that I'm playing mostly for basically for the gameplay. 'Cause I don't know crap about the story. I don't even care about the story. I just want to
How
play.
dare you?
I just want to play. Hey, you can say how dare you all you want, but
How dare
I
you,
never
sir?
played. I never played the first one. I never beat any of them because I never actually owned any of the games. The only game that I beat was Devil May Cry. Was the Ninja Theory one, DMC,
Yeah,
and that game,
yeah.
I'll keep saying it. It was not bad, but they did.
Was
I did not.
okay.
I did not like the stuff that they did to Dante, making him emo and stuff like that. Made him all emo and crap. But I'm excited
They
for
made him
this.
a Travis such a wannabe, to be honest.
The crazy thing is that basically that character is basically Nero now, and some people might be mad that they changed Nero, but I'm happy they did it because at least because that was my issue with Devil May Cry 4. Because like all the Devil May Cry games, with the exception of DMC, I have not played them. But not like I played them, but I have not finished them. You know, I borrowed them. I basically borrowed four. I borrowed 4, 2, and 3. I believe it was 3. It was one of those. But anyway, I borrowed 4, and like my issue with 4, because Nero and Dante, they look the same. They look the same in those games. Well, in 4. So I'm happy they changed him in 5. He has his own look now. So I'm happy they changed him. I have not played the demo yet. I'm eventually gonna freaking play this demo. I don't even think I'll be very surprised if
How
I end
dare you
up playing
that?
this demo. I don't know what's taking me so long to play it, but I have not played it yet. And they're actually going to release another demo. They just announced. They just announced the other day they're gonna release yet another demo for both the Xbox and the PlayStation. So, and I think it might be, from what you told me, I guess it might be a different demo. It might be what was it, Nero last time? So this might be Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I might just wait and just play both demos back to back.
Oh, all right. Nah, you got your take on it. And it's,
I surprised. I just noticed that I'm surprised we had a lot to say about it, despite being
yeah, considering
somebody
you had
despite being somebody that doesn't know crap about the lore. I don't know nothing about the story. I just know these people are just hunting demons.
all you need to know is like the first one's a relic. Two is like you can just beat the whole game with just shooting Dante's guns. The third one is the true rite of passage. The third one's like, okay, this is where the shit really pops off. And then 4 happens, and then like now we got 5. And like, look, all right, here's my take on it, okay? And this is coming from somebody who, who was introduced to it, how he was introduced to it back in the day. This was back when we were back in school, and 4 was out. 4 came out, and 4 is the one that introduced me. Nero's ass
Dag,
is the thing that
hold on. I knew
introduced
about
me.
the game before you. I played the games before you, so you can't talk. I played them before you, man. I played them before you.
You played the first and second, third one before 4?
Yeah, I played like my brother, like not my brother, my cousin that I'm always telling you about. He was the one that let me borrow. Well, he let me borrow it. Anyway, he let me borrow the game. He let me borrow the second and the third one, and then my friend in high school let me borrow the fourth one. So that's how I got to
Fine.
play him.
Played them before me, but you don't know shit about the story. Doesn't matter.
Uh,
Point is, four introduced me to it, and ever since then I've been hooked. And I go back and play the first one. The first one's just a relic. It's just a no relic. You can't, man. 2, it's like everyone shits on. You could literally beat the game with just pulling out his guns and then beating it like that. I'm dead serious. I've seen a playthrough of it with just the guns. Okay,
what?
it's that bad. It's that bad. I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. You don't even need the devil trigger. You could just shoot shit and beat it. That's it. You don't even have to pull out your sword once. And then 3 comes around, and my God, I finally get 3, and I'm just like, okay, I feel ashamed for not ever picking this up back when I was. I wasn't into action games like that as a kid. Okay, all right. So I'm hyped to see how this is gonna end because after DMC, and it was just okay, people. Okay, I'm not gonna shit on it like all these other people. As much as I would have loved to actually see the other version that they were supposed to do with Dante, with Limbo in his mind and he's captured by the government or some shit, or like something like that.
Hey, maybe they'll do it
It-
for Microsoft. They'll just make something else and just take that idea. Who
oh
knows?
yeah, basically his whole concept was supposed to be a lot different before people complained, and that's in DMC Dante is what we have now. So yeah, it was just okay. It wasn't up to the standards of the original, but it was okay. I liked the gameplay, and I even liked the soundtrack. I don't like the characters, I don't like the story, but I like those two other things. So there's that. And then 5 comes around, and you said that like the new models, they pretty much based Nero off of DMC Dante, and I'm just like, I was a little iffy about that at first, to be honest with you. But it's like this man had a main in 4, and I'm just like, he finally cut. He cut. I'm like, he cut that shit. Thank you, God. He actually cut it. Okay,
Remember,
I'm not
I
even
kept
gonna.
calling him Dante during the Xbox
I
conference
just kept
thing.
looking at,
I kept calling this man
and
Dante. I was like, "Oh my God, it's Dante!" I couldn't have been the only one that was like, "Oh my God, it's Dante."
I immediately knew it was Nero the second he spoke. I'm like, that's Ichigo.
See,
Wait a
and
minute,
and,
that's
and, and,
Johnny. Oh
that,
God.
and that's how you know I know nothing about Devil May Cry.
Yep. And he played the games before me, people. I instantly knew he was the moment he spoke, and this man over here who's played them before me called him Dante. I'm like, what the hell happened to his arm? I'm like, his demon arm is missing. Why is he at the mechanical shit? That mechanical shit's awesome. And I'm just like, how was I able to piece this together before you were calling him the wrong name, you monster? But in all seriousness, though, I'm really excited to see where this is gonna go. I played the demo time after time, and like even if I'm off it of like a minute, I keep scoring like A's and I keep scoring A's, and I think I got an S once. I keep scoring an A, but that just says I don't suck at it.
I
But
just hope they don't make it easy. Make it hard. Make it freaking hard. Make it just
I'm
as hard.
pretty.
Make it just as hard as the ones were back in the day. Cause that's what I
Oh
liked
my
about
God.
it.
3 would punish you. 3 would like, oh, you think you're hot shit. It would grab you by the neck, swing you around the room, throw you into the wall, and you would still play it. Feel like I'm gonna beat you. It was Dark Souls before
I
Dark
knew you were gonna
Souls.
say that, God. Dark Souls. It's just like Dark
Come on, man.
Souls.
You know I'm right. You know I'm right though.
It's the
But
Dark
if
Souls of
anything,
action
like,
games. Oh my God.
like what?
Okay, I'll let you finish. I got. I think I might have something. I might have something to tell you.
Oh God. Okay. DMC3 is the OG Dark Souls, people. Okay. Like, if we want to call Dark Souls, we need to start calling DMC3 is the OG Dark Souls. Okay. This game is like DMC3 is what we should be saying rather than Dark Souls, because Dark Souls gets too much credit as is, and it's been ported everywhere. It's like the new Skyrim. I swear to goodness. But I'm really happy to see the light of day, because after that trailer, I'm like, is this really going to be coming out on Xbox? Is he really going to have something?
Hey, I'm buying it on Xbox. I'm buying it on Xbox, man. I gotta have some. Look, my Xbox is sitting there collecting dust, and Phil was nice enough to just have the game at his at the conference. And then, after I remember watching this, I was like, oh my God, just one more, Phil. Just one more game. Show me one more game. But I still think they won E3. But yeah, like, I'm definitely getting on Xbox. It might be weird. It might be weird because it started on PlayStation, but I'm gonna get on Xbox.
Okay, good for you, man. And as many times as I played this on the Xbox, I might get an Xbox. I might, because I'm used to the control scheme. It just feels weird playing this on an Xbox after, like, I played the collection on PS3, and you're supposed to play this on PlayStation, and it's just like, this feels so foreign and wrong to an extent. And then I got used to it. I'm like, okay, this is not that bad.
Well,
This
like
really is
the
not that
thing is, Xbox game or like the Xbox controller, it isn't really meant for fighting games. It's not good for fighting games. And even though it's not a fighting game, it's got mechanics that are kind of like similar to a fighting game. So I can kind of get like where you're coming from though.
it's like it's just always been a PlayStation. Like it started on PlayStation, and then it's like, oh wait, just this feels weird, but it's okay now because I played the demo over and over, and it just really is like an action game type of controller. It never, I don't think it ever was to begin with, but regardless of that, might get on Xbox, but I might get it where the system where it started. I don't know yet, but I do know my Xbox needs more games though, because
Oh God, don't
uh,
start, don't start, don't start, don't start.
nothing. I haven't gotten on Xbox's case in a while. Okay, I'm not saying nothing.
Don't
I
you
haven't
dare
gotten on.
say, don't you dare say that Xbox doesn't have any games. They have games, sir.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Okay. It's coming from someone who keeps going back to Sunset Overdrive. For God's sake, I'm not saying a word. Saying anything. Okay, calm down. Calm down.
Okay, so this next game, I think you're about to get excited about it, and I don't think either one of us. Well, I know I didn't know about it. Maybe you knew about this. So this game, so the next game coming out March 12th, we got, and forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. The Calaglia Effect Overdose is published by Atlas. And get this. So somebody who worked on the Persona series, Persona 1, Persona 2, well, just both the Persona 2, I guess the Persona 2 remake. I guess they did a remake or whatever. But yeah, somebody who worked on Persona is basically working on this. And if you look up the screenshots of this joint looks amazing. And it kind of reminds you of Persona, maybe just a little bit. It kind of reminds me of Digimon a little bit also. Like this just this is on my list now. I haven't even seen. Well, I can't really say that. I gotta look at some gameplay, but it might be on the list. It might be on the most anticipated, and it's coming out for. Let's see, it's coming out for Nintendo Switch, and what else? PlayStation 4, Vita, of course. No. Oh wait. Oh, I'm about to say it's coming out for Xbox. Okay, so PlayStation 4, Vita, and Switch, and Windows. So I definitely might look at this. And I know what you're thinking. Go ahead and say it. Another freaking RPG. You haven't beat Dragon Quest and Persona 5 and
You haven't beat Dragon Quest Persona 5. You haven't even beat Digimon. I don't even want to hear about another RPG on your list. Damn it, I don't want to hear no one. I don't want to hear no one on your list. Don't you dare get this. You haven't even beaten what you got.
I honestly do need to beat Persona 5. I need to actually play that.
Oh my god.
I haven't even
We need to
started the
stop this
game yet.
conversation right now so you can. This conversation's not gonna go a minute forever unless you play it right now. Oh my god. Okay, this might be on my list just from what you told me.
Nah,
And I
you
know my
you
Switch
gotta
needs
look
some
this
games.
up, man. You gotta look this up. It looks pretty cool.
That name again?
The Calaglia Effect. Yeah, man. This joint look hot, man. Yeah, that's definitely something I might. I gotta look up some gameplay for it though.
Please do. Please cover that. 'Cause I'm getting mighty tired of looking at the oversaturation of Persona 5 now. To be perfectly honest with you. It's like, oh no, we're in that age where I'm seeing Persona 4 everywhere again. And it's like we don't even know what Persona 5 R is yet.
Yeah,
Oh
so it
god.
seems like
And that's another thing.
it seems like a lot of people that worked on Persona is working on this game or helping out in some way. So
Old one. The old ones that no one likes to
yeah,
talk
and
about. It's like
Shima.
they seem
Oh no, go ahead.
good.
No, go ahead.
If you really think about it, they've like they've kind of deemed the first two Personas as like it's just like the oddball children. When you really think about it, it's like Persona didn't start until 3. Persona didn't start until 3. What about Persona 1 and 2? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We do not talk about them.
I thought people don't like that, or people don't talk about it because of like Hitler was in the game or whatever.
Yeah, Hitler was an actual boss fight. That's the other thing.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, what? Why is Hitler in the game?
It went completely off the rails, but I don't know. Look, point is, man, like I don't know. I don't know. Like we need something else, man.
I'm glad we're doing this because now I'm seeing there's even more games than what I thought.
Be here all night.
Hey man, I got nothing to do.
Yeah, Persona 5, man, I'm tired of the oversaturation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is coming from somebody who adores the 5th game. I absolutely love
Well,
the
you
5th game.
also the announcement's coming in March, so get ready for more Persona 5, Persona 5R.
Oh, screw you. If it's not 5 on Switch, then I don't want to hear it. And I think I know why. The only reason why Joker's in Smash now is because of Sega. Sega got Sonic in there, and Sega has Persona on their list. That's why. That's the only reason they can get away with this.
That doesn't really make sense, though. I mean, Persona's never been on. Has it ever been on Nintendo consoles? I know Shin Megami Tensei has, but I mean, like Persona is mostly tied to PlayStation, from what I know.
But blame Sega.
Okay, so after that we got One Piece, World Seeker, and
And this is you. This is
I don't
you.
know about this game, man. I don't know about it. They got freaking Batman Detective Vision in the game. You can't play as Roronoa Zoro or anybody else other than Luffy. This might be a price drop game or something. I don't know. I don't know about it. Tom Clancy's The Division 2, definitely not. Nope. Even my brother pointed out the fact that the game looks the same. Like, what are they doing new? Do you know what they're doing new in the Division 2? Cause I don't.
Yeah, I know. I do.
Please enlighten
It's
me.
set in DC.
What?
It's set in DC. It's in DC. That's all. That's it.
Hard pass. Oh yeah, and it's Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft. Yeah, hard pass.
I find it absolutely insane. Like Ubisoft is just like scum of the earth, kind of in a way, and just
like they have
God.
cool ideas for their games, just poor execution, man.
But it's like we went from Prince of Persia and No More Heroes 2. They did help work on No More Heroes 2, by the way, to whatever the fuck they're doing now.
Wow, they did. They also did. They
No
also
More
did
Heroes
Red
2.
Steel. I don't even think anybody remembers that game.
Grasshopper worked with Ubisoft for Red Steel and No More Heroes 2. Yeah, they used to be cool. They used to be cool until like, oh yeah, look what we're doing. We're gonna do the same thing over and over.
Greedy. They started getting greedy, and then they started doing shady stuff like downgrading games and stuff.
I blame Assassin's Creed for all of this.
Yeah.
They had something good going, and then look at where we are now. No one can shut up about Odyssey and saying like it's such an amazing game. I'm telling you, Odyssey, and I played every single Assassin's Creed game that's ever been on a system. Okay, that's ever been on the actual on a console. Okay, yes. All right, I'm getting there. And Odyssey, when I got that from out of the Black Friday sale, and I'm telling you, if I would have paid more than that, I would have been mighty pissed. But it's the first and only Assassin's Creed game that I didn't finish all the way through. All right, and I 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Unity. I even platinum Unity. I platinum Syndicate.
Ew.
I platinumed fucking Origins, and Origins was good. And Origins was good. And then Odyssey comes around, and it's like I get the chapter 2, and I'm just like, I can't take this anymore.
What the grinding? You couldn't take the grinding.
It's funny, I can do grinding in every other game I played. This one, I'm like, that's it.
Man, I saw the Black Hokage's gameplay of that crap when they're like fighting and stuff. Oh my god, the gameplay, the combat in Assassin's Creed is some of the worst I have ever seen in my life. Even with like the powers and stuff, I was like, "This, where you don't get this stupid crap out of here? This nigga teleported." I'm sorry, I'm not like I didn't mean to use the N word. I try not to use nigga up here, but these man teleporting and stuff.
It's just, I'm telling you, man. Like that's coming from me. That's like an Odyssey is bad. It's boring. I platinum Unity. I know what pain is.
Ew.
I know what bad is. Okay? Don't you come to me, you Assassin's Creed fanboys and girls. Don't you tell me that I should have played it all the way through. I know what pain looks like. It crashed every single time it could. Don't you tell me what pain. I don't know what pain is.
Hold on, IGN. Let IGN tell it was one of the best games of last year.
They can go suck a big one because they never know nothing of what they're talking about. I put that on my worst list. I couldn't get past chapter 2. Seriously. I'm dead serious, man. I'm not even exaggerating. It was the most boring open world game I've played in years. And I finished open world games. And this is coming from a person who I want to say what I'm looking at it now. I'm talking like 70% of his collection is open world.
Yeah, I got open world. I got open world fatigue a long time ago.
It's like, and this game is the one to break me. This one is the one that I'm like, I can't
like
fucking play this.
All these new games come out. Hey, look at this big open world, this big empty open world, and all these side quests that aren't really that fun to do.
Oh, yeah. That being said, as far as the Division 2 goes, y'all can stuff that right back in. And when we get to Beyond Good and Evil, 2, I think this is like what I've seen so far. It's just like I don't trust any of it. I trust nothing of what I've seen. And especially the shit that they got Jade doing, being evil, being an antagonist from what we've seen in what the second to last trailer that we've seen. It's like, how does this work? So you're telling me she was evil at one point, and then this is supposed to be this prequel? This makes no sense. This should be its own thing. Then, like, whatever. Go ahead. Just, I was waiting. It's baffling. It's baffling.
I was
waiting for what?
I was just waiting for you to snap on that. We'll get to it.
Makes sense. Take a page out of Rockstar's book if you have to. It's like, God, it's like making John Marston evil in 2, and then expecting me to believe that he was this badass in 1 for some ungodly reason that he learned the evil of his ways or some shit. It's like, what is this shit, man? I'm sweating. Oh my God, I'm actually sweating.
Calm
It's
down.
got me heated.
Calm down.
It's got me heated. Fuck you, Beyond Good and Evil 2. I don't trust you. Okay, take it.
After that, we got Super Robot Wars T. I guess it's only in Japan. I've heard of these games. Never played any of them. We got The Sinking City, and after that, we got on March 22nd, we got Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Tropico 6, and Yoshi's Crafted World. Any of these entice you? Any of these kind of interested in you?
Okay, now that I've calmed down, Shadows Die Twice, obviously. Like that's the only one in his list, and I'm like,
I
yeah, I get.
go ahead.
um, and it is to be seen. I'm looking at it. I'm not really looking at this, but I know I've seen some of it because I don't want to be spoiled with this. It's a definite. I'll wait, but I'm excited about it at the same time, kind of deal. Never it's another Souls-like game, and not only that,
Nah,
it's Activision.
it's different. It's actually different from from the little that I've read and I've heard. I don't believe they have souls in the game, and from what I just read, it's like open ended. It's a lot more open ended. You can actually pause the game. The progression is actually a lot different. It's not exactly like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, or anything like that. I think it's still going to be like really difficult and stuff, but it's more like action oriented. Just a little gameplay I seen, like it looked cool. The gameplays will look a lot faster. You already know how I feel about From Software when it comes to these Souls games. You already know how I feel about that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious about it. I don't know. I'll have to see how they do, how the mechanics are. Like I'll just have to look. Game Informer is doing a whole month of coverage on it, so I just look at Game Informer's coverage and see. It's it's a wait and see for me. I mean, I'm hoping it's gonna be like a replacement for Ninja Gaiden or something. Hopefully,
Yeah.
and that comes out March 22nd. I said. I'm just writing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to write a lot of this stuff down. Okay, so we got April and June. We got Mortal Kombat 11th. Days Gone, which actually got Days Gone was actually supposed to be in February, but they moved it up. Dauntless. We got Super Meat Boy Forever. Trash. Rage
Uh,
2. We got Rage 2. Team Sonic Racing. Crash Team Racing. Nitro Refueled. And something called Phoenix Point. Uh, so
okay.
any of these uh any of these on your list?
Yeah. Um,
Well, I
only
know
three.
Crash is up there.
Days Gone, Rage 2, and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Days Gone. What can I say other than it's a biker gang looking to survive amongst the apocalypse of like a sea of zombies, and the motorcycle is your lifeblood. It's like, okay, this is giving me some like Mad Max vibes. It's like you got to keep gas on you. I like that. I like that. Okay, I like the concept of this. I'm on zombie fatigue still, but this still interests me to the point where it's like, okay, I gotta pre-order this at some point. So,
And you realize that that's not the only zombie game coming out this year. I just realized that the other day, and we'll get to the other game I'm thinking about. We'll get to it.
okay. Rage 2. I mean, this is pretty much self-explanatory, but I like the fact that they've gone in a completely different direction than where the first one was. It's like they took everything that was actually good from the first game and said, let's just make this Mad Max in Borderlands. Let's just make this seem like Mad Max and Borderlands had a baby together, and then like there you go, there you go. There's Rage 2 with pink spray paint and all, and Andrew WK singing in the trailer. Let's have that. It's like, okay. And then you have New Dawn fucking copying them and shit. I swear, I don't like. This is like, I swear, this is like a Resident Evil 7 versus PT kind of thing. Who did it first? I swear, this is like kind of like that again.
Doesn't matter because Rage
But
2 is gonna be better.
definitely. And
And
they even brought the boomerang from the first one back. So that was always a thing.
yeah, Rage 2
Okay.
is on my list also. Again, as I said earlier, everything like it feels like everything is gonna be a wait and see for me, just because price drop most likely for me. But it's definitely a
Oh
game
yeah.
that's definitely on my list though. It's definitely something that I know I'm gonna get it. I know I'm gonna get it. I don't know when I'm gonna get it. It might not be day one, but I know I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. And as far as Nitro Fuel goes,
You don't want Sonic
being
Team Racing?
it's a maybe. It's a maybe, bro. It's a maybe. That's a definite. That's a definite maybe too.
Like when I was looking
Calm
at
down.
this, when I was looking at this, so when I was looking at this a second ago, I was like, really? They releasing them at the same on the same day? But nah, they're releasing them a month apart on the same day.
Yeah, that's a definite. That's a definite maybe. I have not played a Sonic racing game in friggin' years.
I never played any of them. I'll be honest. I always thought the idea of Sonic, being in cars is kind of stupid. It's like he's
Unless
the
you
fastest one out there on foot. So why do you need a car?
actually, I have never played a Sonic racing game unless you count the Sonic Adventure 2 racing. Unless you count that, but
Oh, Sonic Riders.
yeah,
I played that. I'm probably the only person
I
that remembers that.
play. You kind of did play one then. That does count.
Oh
though.
yeah. But I didn't play like
That counts.
the legit Sonic racing. I didn't play none of those.
Honestly, why did he need a hoverboard? He can just run.
That is very true. I guess I'm a hypocrite now. Like, why does he need a
It's like-
hoverboard? He can just run. Well, he can't fly, so there's that.
He could just beat Jet's ass with just running. What the fuck does he need to prove himself for? He's Sonic the Hedgehog. This story makes no sense.
I used to freaking love Sonic Riders, but let's not get off track. I can talk about that.
Anyway, and as far as Nitro Fuel goes, it's CTR. Like CTR's finally announced, but the biggest issue I have with this, I think I can speak for
Activision.
you when I say this, it's Activision and it's Beanox. And Beanox, I do not trust with anything after Amazing Spider-Man, Shitman 1, and Shitman 2.
And
You just look at my Shitman stream on my channel if you want to.
You know what's crazy? They
And my
never. I don't. I think everybody like when it got announced at the Game Awards, I think everybody assumed it was Vicarious Visions. I thought
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh, it's Vicarious Visions. They're back again." Nah, it's Beanox. And I feel like Activision. I feel like Activision. They realized they got a gold mine. They realized they got something that they can really. Cause they did this they do this with all their games. When anything gets popular, right? They did this with Tony Hawk. They kept making Tony Hawk games. They kept making them. They made them yearly. They didn't give them enough time to really innovate on Tony Hawk, and that's why the game ended up dying out. The franchise ended up dying out. They did the same thing kind of with Spyro. I feel like they're gonna do the same thing with this. I mean, look at what they're doing. You don't even have to look too far. Look at what they're doing with Call of Duty. Every year, it's annual. I feel like they might do the same with Crash, and then with Spyro, cause those remakes they did pretty well. And you have a history with Beanox, but I don't. But I'm looking at just the games they've done. Oh, go ahead.
It's all bad. It's like after Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, it's like, dude, like, oh god, both of them are
I
poor
thought
man's
both of those
excuses
games were
for
bad
RPG.
anyway.
I need to get my Spider-Man fix, and that was the only way I could do it. So yeah, I blame myself.
I heard Shattered
blame my
Dimensions
youngest-
was cool.
Shattered Dimensions, and even like Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time, I heard were okay. They were okay.
I heard Edge of Time was worse than Shattered Dimensions, though.
So
But yeah, like they're a team that they're not proven, and so that's why I told you, like, you're not, like, you asked me, wait, hold on, you're not getting Crash, and like my brother like asked you the same thing, like, you're not getting Crash Team Racing. Is like, Oh no, it's a different team. I don't know about that. And also, even if it was Vicarious Visions, which I thought it was, like most people thought it was Vicarious Visions. Um, Sorry to say this, but one of the worst parts of the remaster, besides them basically messing up the physics
Box.
with Crash One, it was the vehicle section with like the racing section. Those racing levels were horrible. Maybe it's because that the type of mechanics and stuff hasn't aged well or whatever, but it wasn't the best. So like, I don't know about it. So it's not on my list. I mean, I'll keep an eye out on it, but it's just like I'm not gonna rush to the store to buy that. So
Seems legit. Makes sense. But yeah. I hope it does well enough because I will probably end up getting it because it's more Crash and like I keep saying, like I'm probably gonna end up saying for the rest of this year, if we see more remasters and such like this, like nostalgia creates cash. I mean, just look how well Spyro and Crash did.
and
Of course, Activision has a fucking gold mine, and then they can be like, they can announce on Twitter or something, and be like, "Hey, we're gonna remaster all the fucking Tony Hawk games," and I'm talking all of them, one all the way to all the way to American Wasteland.
honestly,
And I'm
they
just be
need to
like,
do that. They need to do that, but it's but it's like I think they're out of their contract with Tony Hawk now. So that's
so that can't
I
happen.
believe that's the case. So that's not happening.
But still, it's the thought of a HD remaster of Underground and Underground 2, just like, oh my god. Oh, that's not gonna happen. But I know that mod, that Underground, that Tony Hawk mod is still going strong. So like people are keeping that alive. As far as this goes, I don't know, man. I don't know. Activision is really pushing my buttons this year. I can see that now. What else?
Okay, so after this last one, everything else is like to be announced. Basically, they don't have actual legit dates. This next one, this next one, oh my God, Shenmue 3. Get this mess out of here. This is a PS2 game. It's a PS2 game. Shenmue 3, dude. Okay, so first of all, do you like any of the Shenmue games?
No, they look kind of ass to me. So it's kind of like,
They
no.
remastered. I know they remastered the other two. I looked at them. I was like, oh my god. And like, I looked at Shenmue 3 one time when they were showing it last year. I think they released some type of trailer or whatever. I was like, oh, so this is the. I thought I was looking at the remaster. It was Shenmue 3, and I'm looking. And so like this week they was like they released. It was a bit of news talking about how Shenmue 3 was going to be bigger than its predecessors. It's gonna have like I believe they say like 15 hours of gameplay or something like that, or it's gonna take 15 hours to complete something like that. But I'm just like, man, this game needs another 10 years in the oven. This joint looks like a PS2 game, and the gameplay and stuff from Shenmue doesn't look. I'm trying to figure out why anyone would crowdfund this. Why does anyone care about this? I don't get it. I mean, I'm someone I don't even care for Yakuza, but like I see the appeal of it a little bit. I mean, it's definitely got better graphics than Shinmu. And graphics aside, at least Yakuza has competent gameplay or whatever. But it's like Shinmu 3 though. Just think about this. That game got revealed in 2015, and Sony backed it. I believe Sony backed it, but then they were also, doing a Kickstarter and stuff at the time. This crap's still not out. That's just sad. That is just really sad. Okay, after that, it's just a bunch of unreleased games. I mean, a bunch of games with no release dates, as I said earlier. So I'm just gonna run down them. We got Babylon's Fall. We got the Animal Crossing game. Bloodstain Ritual of the Night. That was the game that was also on Kickstarter. Um, this game, I believe the creator of Castlevania is actually working on this, so it's kind of like Mighty Number Nine. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully it's not terrible and not disappointing like Mighty Number Nine. Because this is a game that's actually gotten delayed so many times. Like it was supposed to come out last year, and I think even the year before that. And it's been one of those indie games. I actually have a lot of indie games I'm actually looking at this year, which is really surprising coming from somebody who used to really say, it's indie trash
Go
and stuff.
bashes on them.
Yeah, and there's rest assured there's still a lot of indie trash, right? But this looks pretty cool. It looks cool. It looks like Castlevania, and honestly, that's on my list. That's something I'm looking forward to. Also, we got Indivisible. That game is like Valkyrie Profile. I don't know if you played it back on PS1. That looks pretty cool. I actually played the prototype that and I didn't know Sony would even allow something like this, but they actually put out a prototype, and I played it. It looked fun. Graphics look really, really good and well detailed. HD sprites. I don't know if you knew about it. Did you know about it? It's Indivisible.
No, I did not.
Yeah, I thought I told
Sounds
you about
good,
that before. You should check it out. It looks pretty cool.
Oh.
We have Catherine Full Body.
Uh,
You don't like that? I thought it seemed like something you would play. I'm not gonna lie.
it does. It does, but it's like, I think too fan servicey. I think for my taste, and especially the building block shit. It's like, nope.
Okay.
It's the thing.
We got Code Vein. That is definitely on my most anticipated. I was
Yes.
very mad when that got delayed. And I know some of y'all thinking, wait, now hold on. Earlier in this video, you said something about, I guess, you not liking Dark Souls or not liking From Software Souls games. Now,
Like games.
but hold on, you're hyped for this. You want this? Yes, I want it. Yeah, I want it. Not just
You're a
because it's
fucking
anime.
hypocrite.
Not just because it's anime. First of all, I think maybe I've said this before on the channel, but I guess I'll say it now. From Software does the Souls thing. I feel like other developers do the Souls thing better than what they do. They put their own spin on it and they do the stuff better. Like Neo, I think Neo's better than these
Yes.
Bloodborne games. And even I know
Yes.
some people about to hate me for saying this, but Lords of the Fallen, if Lords of the Fallen doesn't get one thing right, the one thing that nobody can argue, it got that gameplay loop right. It got that gameplay loop right, and that was my main issue with Bloodborne and Demon Souls and the Dark Souls games. That gameplay loop is a make or break for me. I'm not about to sit up here and freaking die 1,000 times. I get a bunch of experience and then die and then feel like at the end of the day I just did nothing. I have no problem with the difficulty. I have absolutely no problem with the difficulty. It's just like I need to be rewarded. I need to feel like everything that I'm doing, everything I'm doing, like I'm working towards something and I'm gaining something. And Lords of the Fallen, that definitely had that in there. And even Neo was pretty cool from what I played. So Code Vein, combining something that I love, anime, with that Dark Souls kind of thing, I'm definitely interested to play it. So that's my reasoning. I don't know why you want it.
And my reasoning is, it looks cool. It looks fun. And I honestly, I don't think an anime Souls-like game has happened before this. So, definite for me, without question. So, that's my reasoning for it. I love Neo. I even love Bloodborne, but I can say this right now: Neo does Bloodborne better than Bloodborne.
Oh, we about to get so
So
much hate on this. We about to get a bunch of dislikes.
I just I could just piece this like 2 minute part on Twitter, and I could just have my whole account like slammed. But um, yeah, my point is, and the story actually looks pretty freaking good too. So there, yeah, that's my reasoning for Code Vein.
Okay, and this next one, like that's what I said, man. There's so many games coming out. Control. I love Quantum Break, right? People
That
slept on man. There's so many people that slept on Quantum Break and bashing it.
Quantum
But
Break is good.
these are the same people that freaking defend Uncharted. How could you defend Uncharted, but you're hating on Control? And I'm so mad at the
Control looks
people.
nice.
I'm so mad at these Xbox dudes that did not buy Quantum Break, because that could have been
Bought it.
their big Uncharted level thing. But unfortunately, see, well, not unfortunately, because see now Sony they got it on all the consoles. They got it on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and they got it on Windows. So now it's multi-platform. And now what's the studio that does this? Remedy. Now Remedy has
Yeah,
a shot. Now they actually have a shot of actually their game actually selling, because I don't think like Alan Wake and Alan Wake and their other games really sold that well. So I'm definitely excited for it. It the premise of it looks very interesting, and honestly, it kind of gave me kind of X-Men meets Quantum Break a little bit, kind of vibes to it. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then Damon X Machina, which is basically Armored Core on the Switch. I mean, there's just so much coming out.
we're screwed money wise.
That's why I said I'm gonna wait for a price drop on a lot of this stuff. Like I count one, two, well, not counting these other games. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least 15 games that I'm kind of interested in that I want to buy. So
And people are calling for Cyberpunk to come out this year too.
they can, look,
So there's
they
that.
can call for it, but that's not happening. It's not happening. That game is a PS5 game. When I saw the gameplay for that, that's a PS5 game. That is PS5.
Anyway, and so as Control goes, let me get my piece in. I thank God that Remedy is putting their game on other consoles. It's everywhere now. Thank you, because ever since Alan Wake, you got everyone has slept on these people, and everyone's like finally waking up and seeing like how good Alan Wake is. Alan Wake was fucking awesome. It doesn't get enough credit,
I have
and I
not
finally
played that
played.
yet.
You mother. Okay, that I'll get to you in a minute. And then Quantum Break, I finally get Quantum Break. I finally play it. It needs a melee button for the love of God, because I need to punch people after I shoot them. But it is great. The time powers are nice. The story is pretty good. I'm just like, okay, I feel bad for actually not playing this until now. It is great. And then Control comes in with its, I don't know, with its Akira Tetsuo telekinesis and shit. I'm like, yes, please, more of this. More of this. I want more of this. So, yeah, this is a definite yeah for me. And also, yeah, it's kind of bad that people have been sleeping on Quantum Break too. Now that I've finally played it. So,
And I think a
yeah.
lot of the hate was, oh man, we gotta look at these poor Netflix quality TV shows, these 30-minute clips or whatever. I'm like, just skip the clips, man. But the clips, they weren't even bad though. It wasn't. I'm gonna be real with you. Some of that stuff, like it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Like I've seen worse. I've definitely seen worse. Uh, okay, so the next one's Digimon Survive. Not getting it.
Don't even
I'm already
dare.
saying it now.
Don't.
I'm not. No. First of all, it's not Digimon. Cyber Sleuth is not the Digimon story games. It's not like the traditional RPG. It's like It's more like strategy. It's a it's a different style of game. It's like it's a more tactical game, and I like tactical games. But you can tell if you look at gameplay and a screenshot of it, you can tell it's a real budget game. Like it's not the real deal. Dragon Quest Builders 2. Uh, Now this one, Dreams. I'll be very surprised to see how that does. I'll be very surprised. I'll be surprised if it actually comes out next year because it has been delayed so many times. And then after that, it's like all the Final Fantasy remakes.
Oh my God! You know what? I'm putting my head in this. I'm throwing one in. Psychonauts 2. Finally! Good God Almighty! The first one. Let me get this. Let me pick you all. Take all of you for a little history lesson, real quick. Psychonauts came out in what? I can't even find the freaking date. 2005. Okay. Everyone slept on it. Everyone and their mama slept on the first game. Even you. Even you. Okay. It was great. It was funny. And it basically put Double Fine on the map. Before, Jack Black came up and said, I want to make a game, and then Brutal Legend came out, and then they pretty much double crossed us and did something different. That aside, Psychonauts was pretty good. It gained a cult following. And then, out of nowhere, the teaser drops for Psychonauts 2. After years and years, and people and Tim Schafer pretty much like having a Kickstarter for it, and people had to actually pay money in order to get it funded, in order to make it. Because he even said, like, I need money in order for it to actually be a thing. It happened, and now we got a trailer after the Game Awards.
After all these years of waiting for it, especially when it was announced, because I totally forgot that it was a thing.
I never did. I never forgot, because like that minuscule gameplay that's on Double Fine's channel, I'm like, this is a thing. This is actually going to be a thing. We're actually going to play this in this lifetime. Actually going to live to play this, to play the second game now. And then the trailer happened, and I'm just like, we might actually play this next year. We might actually play this shit next year. Thank you, God. Dude, you have no idea how many times I've played Psychonauts. Okay, like, I think Psychonauts is my original Sunset Overdrive. Before I played Sunset Overdrive, I played this on PS2. I played this on OGX. I played this on 360. On 360 from the it was the original Xbox game, so you had to play it through that way. PS3, I've played this everywhere. If it comes out on the Switch, I'm getting it on that too. All right, so I've played this enough times to know that I want this. This is a definite yes from me. So whenever this comes out, and it's going to, now that we have a trailer saying that, oh, I exist, this is a definite yes. And the Outer Worlds, you take this one.
Oh, hold on. That didn't have a release date? I thought that had a release date. I guess it didn't. I'll be honest with you, I haven't been looking up gameplay for it. I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. How do I know it's gonna be good? It's Obsidian. It's the main guys. It's the guys that did New Vegas. I could have dang near played that game for my entire life. I felt like all they had to do was have that DLC out the moment that game came out, and I think I would have played that crap forever. New Vegas, one of the best Western RPGs of all time, and this game, it looks like it's gonna redeem Fallout. After Fallout 76, we need something like this. It's the game that we need. From just judging off of the trailer and everything, they showed that there's gonna be a lot of player choice up there. They showed that it's gonna, have the stuff that you expect from an RPG and from, something like Fallout. I'm definitely excited for it, and it's definitely going to be one of the games I'm going to pick up. It might be a day and date for me. I know I said a lot of stuff, price drop. But now that you mention that again, that might be a day and date. That might be a day and date because it's Obsidian, and I love New Vegas.
Also, best of all, they're not on Bethesda's old ass engine to make this game. They're on the Unreal Engine to make this. So their ancient dinosaur ass engine that they will never fucking stray from, because Bethesda's like, yeah, we're gonna keep doing this forever. We're gonna be on this ancient shit until we all go. We all pass.
Oh, so they
So
got the Telltale issue.
basically, the Telltales and the Telltale in this situation, they will never change. They will never update their shit or anything, because they already said like, oh yeah, the new Elder Scrolls is gonna be the same on the same dinosaur engine too. And I'm
Yeah,
just like,
and Starfield.
serious, and you want people to get back on your side after what you've done the new to 70 76, whatever the fuck, because I think I've blocked that Fallout out of my brain like completely. I'm like, I'm dead serious. I don't even remember which 70 it is. I'm dead serious. It's like, this does not exist in my eyes anymore. So it's, and then Outer Worlds comes out and I'm hearing like they're doing this on the Unreal Engine. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. They're not on Bethesda's dinosaur engine anymore. This is gonna be sweet as shit, man. This is gonna be fucking awesome. So yeah. Yeah, the definite day one for me. It's like, this is up there with Psychonauts. Except with Psychonauts, it's like a Kingdom Hearts situation. But my point being, Obsidian can do no wrong, especially after New Vegas, and especially they got the original Fallout creators on this. I think the first one and the second one, they even got people. They even got people working who worked on the OG Fallouts before Bethesda took over. It's like this game. This game is going to do amazingly, like phenomenally well. No question. There's no doubt for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I think that's it. I think that's it. That's it on my list.
okay, so the rest of these, like I said, I'll run down them as I see them. Judgment, which is that game from the people that do the Yakuza games.
Yakuza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yakuza. It looked more
Yeah.
interesting than the Yakuza games to me if it was like more serious, but I don't know about that. Luigi's Mansion 3. There's actually people hype about that. Uh,
I'm I'm kind of like, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna end up getting it because, hey, I like me some Luigi's Mansion. I played the crap out of that on GameCube, and all I'm saying is like, Luigi need to be doing something else besides hunting ghosts, man. Like, he needs his own like Mario type of game. Okay, just have it a different story. It doesn't even have to be the whole kidnapped princess situation, but something else besides hunting ghosts, please. That's all I'm saying.
they would never do that. They would never do that.
I know, unfortunately, because he's not Mario.
Did you know there's gonna be a Mario Kart? And I know we don't really care about this, but Mario Kart Tour is gonna be an iOS Android game. It's basically gonna be a Mario Kart game on the phone. That is going to definitely do numbers whenever it comes out.
Great, another alien phone game situation.
Oh God.
Why can't y'all just fucking port Double Dash on Switch?
Yes.
I don't care what anyone.
That
I
is
don't
the
care
that
what
is
anyone
the
says.
only
To this
good
day,
Mario Kart game. That's the only good
to this
Mario
day,
Kart game.
I will
period.
fight you. I will fight you and say to your face that Double Dash will forever be the ultimate be all end all Mario Kart game. Okay?
Period.
Or a Double Dash 2. Or a Double Dash 2, because Nintendo has a multitude of characters at this point. And every character is always in a Mario game or Mario Kart game at this point.
And
So
none
it's
of that
like,
vehicle transforming crap. That's stupid.
not that. It's just Update
That
Double
crap is
Dash,
so.
or it's like either update Double Dash and give it an HD port, or give us a Double Dash 2. I'm sick of this Mario Kart 7, 8 crap. Give me Double Dash 2. Like I breathe Double Dash, dude. You have no clue. Like, oh my, that pisses me off so much. Phone game now. Oh, wonderful. Just
Okay, so
killing my
what
expectations
else
here.
they got? Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I don't know how I didn't mention this earlier. Definitely
Oh my
something
god,
that
yeah,
I at
that's
least
on my
want to
list.
play. I know my brother's already gonna get it, so I don't even have to really say anything
It's on
about
my
that.
list.
I definitely want to play it though. And all these people
It's
hating on
definitely
this
on the list.
game, especially one particular person who plays Marvel versus what's it called? Marvel versus Capcom Ultimate. Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. I don't want to say it Ultimate. Man, this game is being slept on by a lot of people. For some reason, they think, how how are people saying this looks like a phone game? How and did we suddenly forget that the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games and even the X-Men Legend games, they never look good. They never look that good. They've never looked that good. They've never been the most visually stunning games or whatever. Like the game looks like it's gonna be good. The gameplay, the way they have the camera, it's a different kind of camera angle. And honestly, it doesn't look bad. It looks way better than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So I'm definitely, I'm definitely excited for that. Definitely gonna play that.
Everything looks better than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That's the first.
Yeah, that's not really hard to do. So.
Like they screwed up all the character models too. Like I don't know what the fuck Rocket's supposed to be. Like, I looked at the cutscenes for that game. I'm like,
Yeah, it's horrible, man. It's horrible.
ew. I'm like, what did you like? Frank looks better in Dead Rising 4, and I hate that game for passion. And somehow that model of him looks better than whatever this is. How did you do? Not even gonna deal into that, but awful, awful. It's not that. It's not. It's not that hard to look better than in Infinite's roster of characters. God, just trash, trash.
And I might as well go ahead and mention this: Pokemon 2019. We'll have
Fully.
to see about that because I mean I enjoy Let's Go for a little bit of time I played it. I think and man I'm gonna have to see if I can at least finish Pokemon X or at least finish Pokemon Let's Go because I feel like now I might be at the point where like I get excited for the Pokemon game. I'm playing it for a few weeks and then I just drop it. So I don't know if it might be just the content. I don't know. Uh, this one, I think people have their expectations set a bit too high. Like, I've been listening to a lot of rumors. A lot of these YouTubers cover a lot of these rumors about Pokemon. I stopped covering a lot of that stuff. Um, Pokemon 2019, some people are expecting it to be like Breath of the Wild in terms of just being this sort of overhaul of the series. I think y'all need to set your
Uh,
expectations low. To be honest,
for a while, at least like they showed what it was going to be initially before they kept pushing it back. We have seen nothing about this game. Okay, we've seen nothing at all. We don't know what this is gonna be. It's like, but we know it's gonna be on Switch. That's all we know.
so that's definitely a question mark
Let
for me. Definitely.
it just released last year, so it's like this is like really cutting it close.
No, well, the thing is, the game's been in development for like 4 to 5 years though. So it's not like
We need to see a trailer.
so it's not like they just like hurried up and put it out. It's been in development for a long time.
Okay,
I
in
just
that
hope it's not
case, like
bad like
it's
Sun and Moon, but like I probably told you this before. The Pokemon games they fell off after the first three games were the best ones. The fourth one was all right, but then after that it went to garbage, from what from what I can tell. Cause like I had, like really stopped playing it. Like the first time I picked up another Pokemon game in years, since like a decade, was Pokemon X last year. I decided to pick that up, and I'm playing through it, or at least I started playing through it, and I'm like, yeah, man, this series just kind of just fell off. And then, well, I played Pokemon Sun and Moon, and that, if the 2019 games are anything like Sun and Moon, man, it's gonna be disappointing. But
And
we'll see
also,
about that.
please, no more friendly rivals.
Yes,
I want a
they're not
scum.
rivals now. They're not
I want
rivals if
a
they're
fucking
friendly, man.
scumbag. I want a Bakugo type of rival. Okay, so when I beat his ass, it's so satisfying when I do. This guy
Like
in Let's
even in
Go
Pokemon
is
Let's Go, even in Pokemon Let's Go, they make Gary like he's not as much as a jerk as he was in the original. Cause he gives you items
he's
at
not
one point.
never do that. Like old Gary would come with the current Gary and slap him across the face like, "You're Gary motherfucking Oak, man. What the fuck you doing? What are you doing, man? You helping the little noob out? What happened to you, man? You used to be cool." I'm serious, man. No more friendly rivals. I don't care. Like, they didn't treat us like that. I know it's for kids and shit, and we were kids
We were
back then,
kids
but it's
and
like,
y'all were fine doing that when we were kids. So what you saying? These kids
it's,
are too sensitive and too soft?
oh, I'm saying they shouldn't be.
No,
I'm
I
saying,
no,
like, we should
I'm
get, like,
saying no. I'm saying, is that what Game Freak is trying to say?
it's almost like they are, to be honest, to me anyway. Because, like, I remember. I remember my yellow days, and I remember they shit kicked my little ass back then.
Yeah,
It's
man,
like
those
if I
games were
didn't get
freaking
good,
hardcore.
it's like if I didn't get good, this game would tear me a new one, and I'd be pissed off for a little bit. I'd come back to it, and I'd be like, "Give me some more punishment. Let's go." And
Didn't have all
just
these mega evolutions and crap.
Mega Evolutions are basically cheat codes, dude. Let's be honest with
Mega
ourselves. They're
evolutions are
basically
ripoffs of Digimon stuff, and then the Z moves and all this other nonsense is just it's stupid. It's dumb.
too many tack. There's too much tack on stuff now. Like, let's be honest with
Either
ourselves.
bring back the
Like,
Battle Frontier, gosh darn it, bring back the Battle Frontier. Bring it
God,
back.
let's just give me a Pokemon Coliseum 2. Everyone slept on that.
No, Pokemon
It pisses
Stadium
me off.
3, but like I don't think they'll ever do those games now, cause like the appeal of Pokemon Stadium and the Coliseum and stuff like that, it was really just seeing the stuff in 3D for like the first time and really just seeing them in 3D, and then you have like the portable games, but now it's just gonna be like, well, the Switch is both, portable, you can take it on the go, and on the screen. So like there's no reason to really make a side game like Pokemon Stadium now.
Good. I love the concept of the dark Pokemon in Coliseum and being able to capture them and stuff.
Yeah,
This is
that
like,
was cool.
it's like that was a cool concept. I don't understand, like, why can't you just do that now? Like, that's an easy concept, and to have the that arm that we stole at the beginning of the game, and we had a bike and everything. This dude used to be a fucking badass and shit, and he already had
I mean,
Pokemon on him.
they're more creative in their spin-offs than they are in the actual game sometimes.
It's absolutely insane. The more I think about that, and I'm like, oh my god. What happened to y'all, Game Freak? You used to be cool. You used to be cool, man. You used to be cool. Now you're giving us like rivals and shit. A nice Gary Oak. What is wrong with you? Be ashamed of yourselves. Oh my god. You get the red and Let's Go, and it's like, what the fuck happened to you? You got leveled down so much, man. What the fuck happened to you?
I didn't even beat the game yet. How is he?
It's like, dude, you could just have Eevee or Pikachu, man. Like they are so hacks. They are so hacks.
I mean, that game was meant to be.
It's like,
it's meant to be easy, so I'll give them a free pass for that. Like it's meant to be easy. Like so far I'm not even using Eevee right now. So
It is such a like dude, what happened to you, man? You used to be cool too. Why aren't you up in the mountain? Why aren't you up in the mountain? Fucking get Mewtwo and that's just it. That's it. I don't need nobody else. Just have Mewtwo and Eevee in your party. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just have this giant 20-foot Pokemon hovering next to you. Oh god. Okay. Continue.
okay, so
I
I'm gonna
can't.
just
I can't get over it.
run through the rest of this nonsense. See, okay, well, we do have a few. I think we do have a few decent games still left to talk about. Maybe, Sea of Solitude, ill. Skull and Bones, ill. Disgusting, nasty. Get that out of here.
Oh, the real Sea of Thieves.
I don't even care about that, but at least, well, I'll say this: it looks better than Sea of Thieves. It's just like it's got that That's Ubisoft, right? I believe that's Ubisoft.
Oh,
It's got that
oh,
Ubisoft stank to it. It feels like they just ripped out a lot of it. Like for one thing, one issue I have with that, and correct me if I'm wrong, have they ever shown anybody actually get off that freaking boat and actually like be able to fight on the ship? Like so far I haven't seen anything other than you just shooting and then like you'll board the ship, but you're not actually like taking control of the characters and stuff, unless they changed it.
hard. How hard is it to copy Assassin's Creed's Black Flag ship mechanics and just do that? Like,
Yeah,
how hard
like
is that to
yeah,
do?
like I thought the whole reason they're doing stuff like this is because they know that people like Black Flag, so I don't know why they made this game like that.
I also don't understand why hasn't there been a Black Flag too? Especially since you keep bringing ship mechanics
Yeah,
every single
they keep
fucking
adding
iteration
they keep
since Black
adding that.
Flag.
Yeah, it's like it's clear that y'all want to make a pirate game. So why don't y'all
It's like
do
that
that?
shit started in 3. It started in 3, and then Black Flag, and then it escalated up from there, and they kept putting it in every single one. Just like, if you want to make Black Flag 2 so badly, just do it. Because the story is already all over the place as is. It's all over the place. Okay?
Yeah.
I could take an hour-long rant, a long-winded rant on why I don't like Ubisoft. I can legit do that, but oh my god, it'd be scorching earth shit. I
Okay,
can see that.
last few things so we can go ahead and get out of here. Star
Right.
Wars Jedi. We got Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. Uh, we don't really know too much about this. There was some leak. There was some information. Some information somebody posted on Reddit. Uh, back last year. I want to say in November or whatever. I did a video on it, so y'all can kind of check that out. But Star Wars Jedi, it's by the guys Respawn Entertainment. The guys that did Titanfall. Um, I'll be surprised this joint come out this year. I'll be surprised. And I'll be surprised if it's good because it's EA and EA is messing up that license. They need to give that license to somebody that's actually not gonna, tarnish it because honestly Star Wars is in a bad position to, where it is. It's already like people are, getting mad at what they're doing in the films and stuff, and just like with what they're doing and what they did with like Battlefront, it's just like it's not looking good for Star Wars. Period.
And God, I need to play the Old Republic games. That's all I'm thinking about as you're going over. Wow, EA's fucked them so bad. Um, yeah, I think the last good Star Wars game for me personally was Force Unleashed 2,
I knew
and
you
I
were gonna say
haven't.
that.
Like, Battlefront has been so bad. Come on, the new ones. Okay, I'm not even gonna count the good ones back on PS2. Okay, that was the golden age. I don't understand. And that's another thing. I don't understand why they can't just HD that shit and just like, okay, there you go. Have multiplayer. Have your HD remaster. There you go. What is so hard about that?
Okay, so
Huh?
the last thing up here is The Surge 2. Did you play the first one?
Too?
Yeah, The Surge 2. Did you play the first Surge?
Oh, that I have not, and I've seen it. I've seen that thing discounted so often that
It was something
I'm
that I was kind
just
of like vaguely interested in.
yeah. It's like it's basically Souls with Max. I'm not sure about this. It doesn't look that impressive to me.
I don't know.
Might be
It's like
discount.
it's a wait and see for me. I gotta see how the gameplay shapes up and everything. But that's basically the last game up there. That is really notable. Uh, I believe we went through your list and stuff, and I compiled mine as we were going through. So I think we covered just about everything.
Okay.
All right, so thank you guys for watching. I know this is a long video. We're about like 2 hours, so thank you guys for watching. Like the video, subscribe, go to his channel and subscribe to his channel. I'll try to leave the link in the description if I remember because I always forget and you never remind me. So yeah, but thank you guys for watching. We're out of here. Peace.